back here, everyone. At this point, it has become a stark realization that, every time you think the MCU is going to try to do something, they just want to do their own crap no matter what anybody has to say. For some time now, people have been wondering about when the X-Men are going to be coming. Are we going to get the X-Men? Will we see the X-Men? They want to see the X-Men. And then, when they came up with that whole nonsense and said that, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, is the first X-Men, people was like, oh, hell no. But now we've gotten a rumor. Oh, it's not confirmed yet, it's just a rumor. So take it as you will, but still, it's to be taken with some serious caution. Getting to this article here. Rumor, Disney to race swap a number of X-Men for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Use cameos from Fox films as better bait for fan interest. So they're planning to race swap the X-Men and then use some of the X-Men from the Fox films to try and bait you into coming in and watching the movie, even though they're going to race swap the hell out of everybody. Let's get into this article, see what just to say. Though Disney has been tight-lipped on their silver screen plans for Merry Band of Mutants, a new rumor suggests that Marvel will not only race swap a number of X-Men upon their arrival to the MCU, but that the studio also intends to use cameos from the original Fox films cast as better bait to entice fans into theaters. This potential for even further multiversal madness, and it is multiversal madness at this point from Marvel, was first raised by independent Disney reporter WDW Pro, who himself claims to have received the information from a supposed anonymous contact within the American toy industry. He posted it on that pack, but this is what the insider alleged that the studio's outlook towards race swapping the X-Men was not should we do it, but rather how much to include. Yeah, not rather should they do it, but how much to include, because they have to tear it down. I don't understand why. The X-Men have always been a very diverse group of individuals. Always. Yes, it have white people in it, okay, but it's been a very diverse group. Storm was the leader of the X-Men. She's a black woman and a powerful mutant. Jubilee is in there. Sunspot. They have a very diverse group of characters in the X-Men. You all could just make good movies, but no, you have to find a way to piss on everything. This is from the What If Miles Morales Was Wolverine thing. Terrible. The thinking is apparently that race swaps will be more accepted. Listen to this, if the incoming swapped-in actor is a bigger name, with the thinking that the more marquee the name, the harder it is for fans to object or criticize it, they explain. I mean, to take it for instance, look at what happened in Thor. I've always thought Idris Elba as Heimdall never made any kind of sense, because, well, I need not to mention Valkyrie as well and all of that. This is Norse mythology, which is based in Scandinavian law. These people should all be white. There should be no colored people, there should be no person of color at all in there. None. All of these people should be white. You did it, and you just continue, and I said it before, I said it again, look at how Thor Love and Thunder failed miserably, because all they talked about leading up to that show was Valkyrie and her sexuality, nothing else. And then what I thought and bragged that it was the gayest Marvel movie yet. Well, that crashed hard. Gay was it then? So if they want to use big name characters, I remember because there was this rumor going around a little while ago where it was saying that Kiki Palmer could play Rogue, which makes no sense to me. I mean, Rogue is a southern girl, that's what she is. Kiki Palmer is black. Having this race swapping her in as Rogue, I've said before, I don't I don't like the appeal of these whole race swapping established characters. It does not make sense. You have good characters you could use. Even in X-Men, you have like Dust and all the characters. You could use characters. Or just create your own. You can't be bloody lazy and say, well, okay, we just go in and race swap whoever and be done with it. Offering a quick aside, the insider briefly noted that while Disney are looking at reining in budgets somewhat, they are unsure of how to tackle the problem of how, as projected, actor salaries are planned to increase. There would be less left in total budget for production. So you want actors to come in. Like when they put Daredevil and She-Hulk, total waste of a character that completely destroyed him, and they're going to destroying more going forward. Just to tell you, you did that. You want to bring in these characters as bait and switch, because that's really the reason most people watched She-Hulk, because they wanted to see Daredevil, which they totally destroyed. So they're baiting you in to see these terrible shows, terrible movies, and then it's obviously going to have to pay these actors a lot of money. Returning to the studio's plans for the X-Men, the insiders then claim that though they will make an appearance in the MCU, select Fox Avengers, that's the short term for it, will be included as bait and as jobbers for new Disney X-Men. You know how many fans are continually calling out Disney for pulling bait and switches here all over the place? This is what the insider said. Well, that's apparently set to continue, with a strong faction at Marvel calling for better bait. Apparently, that is part of their oh-so-genius solution. So their solution is to bait the fans, bring them in, throw out some nonsense, and then act like, well, you should be happy with this. That's what they're doing. The Fox actors are considered top-notch bait. The insider detail, at first glance, this better bait, when it rolls out, will likely be falsely interpreted by some fans as Disney listening to the fans. I want to listen to this because they're telling you what this insider is claiming is that these people know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're doing these things to make you think, well, okay, they care about the fans. But in reality, they don't give a damn about any of you. They know what they're doing. Continues on. It's not. It's a cynical money play, which also has a component to shut up those manufacturing licensed products. Basically, when they say, see, we gave you a white male hero for a few minutes, so what are you complaining about? To this end, the insider also divulged that the baiting with characters, actor stunts, aims to also sell the characters, which are Disney's real interests. In pro wrestling, it's called jobbing, where an established big name who pops with fans is used to put over, sell, or at least make more palatable a new character the wrestling promotion wants to push. They explain for the non-wrestling fans, watch for this to get even more glaring going forward. As far as other character changes, the insider stated that though Marvel is still working out how to play the alphabet representation with the team, they had not heard about any gender swaps. So they already want to do race swaps. They're trying to work out how to play the alphabet representation into it, because they need that. They need to show, to appeal, to pander to these people that they're so down on board for all of this, even though none of these people watch it. And if you're talking about X-Men and pandering and how it's destroyed characters, look no further than Iceman. Bobby Drake, a founding member of the X-Men, of the original X-Men team, Iceman, an Omega level mutant with some cool powers. They decided, hey, you know what? Let's make him gay out of nowhere, right? Destroy the character, because once your sexuality is swapped in comics, that is all you must ever be about. You must do nothing else. That's all they did with him. They actually kind of trying to age him down to make him look like he's 10 years old. There was some kind of weird pedophilia crap they was doing. I've done videos on that. And then act like, we're supposed to love this character Because of that, it doesn't work. Now, Iceman only pops in once every few years to remind everybody, hey, I'm the gay X-Man. That's all Iceman has become. That is all he has become. Nothing else. That's all he has become. There's nothing else to the character, nothing else to it, nothing else that they have done with this character. Destroyed him and done, and they walked away. That's it. And you want to do the same because you want to push an agenda, to people who don't watch this content, who don't like it, who are not interested in it at all, to pander to a bunch of people on Twitter and make it seem like it is no wonder Elon Musk is cleaning house at Twitter and people losing their minds. Twitter is not a real place. Get back to this. Interestingly, the insider also stated that the X-Men were, at least as of 2 weeks ago, still being referred to as X-Men. Yeah, because Victoria Alonso came up with a dotish remark about why they call the X-Men when there are women in it. Dumbass. And they were talking wrong about them being called the mutants. That's why I never covered it, because I wondered if I was going to play it or not. But anyway, a particularly surprising choice given how recent years I've seen the name come under tired, gender-critical base fire both on screen and from real-life Marvel executives. We're talking about you, Victoria Alonso. Unsurprisingly, the insider ultimately alleged that Marvel was in a confirmation of many fans' fears, working hard at trying to find a palatable to them balance between the minimum property of the authenticity to ensure commercial success and their main focus of being reflective of not only today's society but also of the society of tomorrow. This is what I get a problem with them. You cannot talk about today's society based on the ramblings of a few. These people who you all openly try to pander to make up probably less than 1% of anything. And they have the loudest voices to make it seem like they're doing something or that you should listen to them when you really shouldn't. And when they do these things, you all come on and want to talk about today's, the world's today and today's society. This is not society. People don't live on Twitter. But this is what you all want, and this is what you keep doing. One Marvel midline creative referred to this as unfortunate because that means having white men be more present than we want to. Yeah, because for some reason, if you're a straight white man, they hate you. Yes, this is above. This is from second and third resources. Okay. But they know that ultimately, unfortunately, white men are the money in the whole revenue stream chain, which includes multiple viewings, more merch at higher price points, secondary media spends, etc. They included. We want to give the minimum possible needed to get the most that we can out of them. We'll have to throw them a couple of bones. But it's nothing to do with white men. If it's good characters that have been fleshed out and created, people are interested in them. You all can't keep putting out garbage and act like people are somehow hateful for not liking it. I mean, look at for instance, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's a white man, and what did you do? Destroy that show, and then they had some novel come out where they try to make it seem like, want to make it seem like suddenly Obi-Wan Kenobi is bisexual. Look, I think this is garbage. You see me tell you something. And this is why people are turning away from these things. Because people have come to realize exactly what Marvel is doing now. It's not about representation. Not about any kind of thing. People don't care about this thing. People just want good entertainment. And they see what you're doing. You see it very clearly. You are not interested in producing good entertainment. What you're interested in is pandering to an audience that does not exist. You are showing your vile and hatred for everything in these ridiculous moves that you're making. Now, if this rumor turns out to actually be true, it's not going to be shocking to me in any way. Look at what they did with Miss Marvel. A show after 2 episodes, I was out of that. People doubted me, for instance, but it turned out to be nonsense. Miss Marvel was supposed to be an inhuman, decided to turn her into a mutant for some god-awful reason. You cannot make things good and you act like people are supposed to somehow pity you for that, and I don't understand it. Fans want good things. They want what they like, they do that and they move on. You're already destroying the X-Men in comics. So this is the worst era of X-Men comics ever. Now you're coming here to say let's race swap, gender swap, identity politics swap, sexuality swap, and let's not stop there. Let's keep swapping, swap, and swap till there's nothing left of the original X-Men. And when that happens now and fans walk away, they go back to their tried and true method, blame the fans and call the fans toxic because they aren't the toxic ones for destroying what came before them and has been going well before you put your grimy little identity politics hands all over it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video, and I shall see you all next time. Take care.